The gear page is now the gear page plus VerticalScope.
Oh no.
It's not a type of mouthwash, although some of you might want to wish it was that in some ways. So prepare yourselves, goid your loins. If you're a Reddit guy or a forum guy, get excited, get fired up. Here we go. So gear page, probably the most popular online talking about guitar, talking about smack.
Yeah.
Lots of smack talking.
Well, it's the elder statesman of guitar internet stuff, right?
I mean, it's
before
old
guitar
school.
YouTube. Yeah.
It is like, this was it. This was before guitar YouTube. It was like, this is where you found out people would talk about gear. They would trade gear. Yep. It started organically. It started off kind of as a PRS sort of forum.
It's bizarre to me.
People just talking about Party Smith guitars, and then it sort of evolved into the behemoth it is now.
Magic.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
You spend a lot of time on the gear page?
I check it periodically. It's usually whenever somebody's like, did you see this? And I'm like, well, let me go look at it.
I kind of check it never.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing. I don't live in those places. I used to back in the earlier days.
Yes.
And then now that there's YouTube and everything, I was like, oh.
Places like that, and I say that the internet itself has become a very insidious place. Like it's very, it's like this black hole eating itself constantly. People screaming and yelling, and things are burning on the gear page.
I mean, that could be the more comments and posts about, the more attention it gets, the more negativity fuels that, and it's a bummer. Because
there's no such thing as bad press. Yeah, like, oh well.
Yeah, there is sometimes.
There is, yeah.
Well, so the real news is though now it's been bought by VerticalScope, and VerticalScope is a company that is based out of Canada.
Oh yeah.
And they purchase
a family business.
No.
Oh no.
No, I can get into.
Business?
No, I mean, they own over 1,200 forum sites, and with over 100 million people on there, and so their business is to buy these, to help sort of make it a more streamlined experience. There's a whole. I could read the pitch here. I don't know if I need to.
You want to read the pitch? You want to pitch, man?
No, I'll just read this a minute of it. Hello, everyone. I just want to do it like a fun voice. This is VerticalScope and all that stuff. We're thrilled to announce that GearPage has officially joined the VerticalScope family. On behalf of the entire community management team, we'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of you. We're here to support the ongoing operation and growth of the GearPage, and we want to take this opportunity to introduce ourselves and share what we expect moving forward. It talks about how they're a vibrant community, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to skip down to what will change. I like this whole part. From a cultural perspective, nothing. Very little will change. This is quoted now, you may see our terms of service and privacy policies being implemented, but they're aligned with what you're already familiar with. Interjecting, probably not. Probably a little different, so prepare for that. On a technical side, you can expect some ad changes. Insert note here, more ads. So expect more ads. That's how they generate profit. They can't buy a company without making more money. Along with software updates and improvements to the site over the coming months, insert points here, ways to sort of get cookies and things in there, and just.
We need to track you.
Yes.
We need to track everything about you.
Aiming at enhancing performance. Don't worry. I mean, this is how companies are really good. Facebook does this, and they are amazing. Obviously, I don't do Facebook either, though. You also gain access to additional resources, including community management support from forum, blah, 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 blah. So it is, they are going to try to improve the platform, make it, maybe update it a little bit, not too much to freak everyone else out that's on there.
Yeah.
Because people don't like change. I get that.
People don't like change.
We don't like change. We get scared by it.
Nope.
It's scary. So, I mean, it's kind of a big deal. They own a lot of businesses, and they're going to change a little bit. Now, it could be positive. But let's dig into the negatives just for a little bit right now. Mm-hmm. There's a few folks on the Reddit universe, the Redditosphere, that are very concerned by this. The reviews on VerticalScope are not good either, but if you go to like the online Google reviews and whatnot.
How could they not be good?
But I'm gonna take their side for a minute.
Oh my God.
Because a lot of people like to bitch and moan and complain on forums.
You are the man of the people, Baxter. You were going rogue.
I'm taking both sides here for a minute. I'm just sort of assuming the reviews maybe are just people are upset about something. Possibly.
Maybe they got banned.
They got banned, probably.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Is that you get banned, and so they don't like that. But now let's jump back over to reality a little bit more too. Yeah. So why did they get banned? Now, from what our research here, this company is a much more aggressive sort of banner with their sort of updates in their privacy policies and their moderation tent pole.
Which, in theory, sounds like it could be a good thing. It's like less trolls, right? Less meanies, right?
Or
Less
the problem
meanies.
is, though, what you were getting into a little bit earlier when we were talking about this. Well, we'll get in that. Like,
You ready?
let's go for it. Go for it.
Okay. So if you get on there, I mean, what's to say, like, let's say you say something bad about X Guitar Brand. Well, X Guitar Brand has about $150,000 in ad revenue that they pay for every quarter. Somebody's getting banned, dude. They're going to be like, hey, get that guy out of here. What are you doing?
Joe Smith from the basement of Wichita, Kansas, off the platform right now. We don't
Out
need
of
him.
here, dude.
Because X Guitar Brand just paid us $150,000 to have these ad spots. That's one thing. Also, I've heard there's some political leanings of this brand that might. So if you have certain other ones that go like this way, you might be booted in other ways. So it's like, which is crazy because I always feel like the forum should be like just a free for all.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Gladiator. It's like the Hunger Games, or anything like that.
Well, it's why, like, I think in reality, some people love that. Some people love going somewhere and, like, arguing to the death about something. You and I aren't that way. We like peace and love and stuff.
But it's funny when you go on there and you see some of like the negative. It is like a trash can fire.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like
people get mean. Like they're like, yeah,
like bum fights full on. It is gone. It's ruthless. It's gladiators with like, it's like gladiators that I imagine that are like pasty, like older white dudes eating a sandwich in the basement, like haven't seen the sun anything. And that's why Banjo X is better than Banjo Y.
You think that an American-made guitar could be better than Indonesia? Let me tell you something.
Yeah, it's just like just anger. Something
I
that's
found your
part of the
IP
fun.
address. It's like, Jesus.
I see your mother.
Relax. We're talking about guitars, you psycho.
Yeah, so I mean, you gotta remember this company has over 100 million monthly, like active members. So this is a huge advertising net to be in front of. It's.
I mean, that's pretty massive, dude.
No, so and they bought lots of and some of the ones that like, when you get in the Reddit sphere and the in the online forums that are like the stuff like if you just pull up like a basic search on Vertical, I'm just gonna call it Vertical. It just makes it easier for me. The Verts, Home Talk's one of the things they got, like Food Talk Daily, JKO, Pirate 4x4. Like
I'm always on Food Talk Daily.
But some of those exact ones I talked about are ones that people are really upset about how things changed so dramatically. And I don't know if that's just like angry moderators.
Well, in my opinion, and I don't know, if somebody does go to Food Talk Daily, let us know in the comments. Is it as insidious as it is on the gear page? Is it as nightmare fueled, crazy hatred going on, like murdering happening in the chat? Or is it just like somebody's like, I don't like Brussels sprouts, and they're like, get them the fuck out of here.
God, that's a good idea too.
F-bomb blast.
So I didn't even notice it because it's just how it just went right by me. No, so VerticalScope, I mean, and back in their day, I think it was 2015, they had a majority stake, 55% or so of their company was bought for $200 million. So again, this is like when they started becoming a major conglomerate of a purchaser of things. When they had that infusion of capital came in, they could really start capturing more forums, and it's a good business. It's a smart business to do. It's their revenue is generated through obviously their ads, through e-commerce transactions on their sites as well. So they're going to take a point of that.
Yeah. Here's what I would like to maybe know or at least ponder for a moment. At what point are you monopolizing the forum game by having 1,200 websites?
It is funny to think of because I think of these as all just independent rogue.
Yeah.
Like, sort of like rogue nations because Mission Impossible is coming out soon and we should all get pumped about that. Another
rogue notion.
I have a rogue notion. This is a little bit off the. No, it's that's a great point though because does it all become a homogenous sort of thing and they sort of can peddle the same? Obviously, Food Talk and the Gear page are
completely different. Yeah, but
unless Fender starts making spatulas again,
it is a lifestyle brand,
and guitar Gibson spatulas too. I love it. I do like my spatula. Someone gave it to us for our wedding years ago, and it's one of my spatulas. The greatest thing. It's great for spankings too.
Gorgeous.
It's perfect. No, it's that's a good point.
Yeah.
So I always like to be like, hey, it's just business doing business.
Yeah.
But this is I don't know.
Well, I believe in people being able to make a buck and do the thing, but also it does get strange whenever companies like this step in and they buy up all these things, and then you see that it's like, okay, well, a lot of people seem to think it goes to hell afterwards. And I guess we're on the ride now to see, does it go to hell afterwards? If it does go to hell, then maybe we got to start making some changes. We got to say, start up the new one, dude.
When you got, like, go back and watch one of our older videos. We talked about Reverb.com recently and their sale to another sort of set of private ownership outside of the Etsy family, and it was sold for quite a bit less than it was purchased for from Etsy. So it's interesting to see, like, that obviously wasn't a growth cycle. Maybe they made profit along the way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not for like the $254 million acquisition of it and to sell it for less than half of that. You know, so that's not a good investment in my books.
Unless.
Well, I mean, I can't even think of the minds of like writing off, over $100 million loss.
Yeah.
I mean, you can when you're big companies. That's what they do.
You'd try something and it doesn't work, and you're like, well, we got to dump it. Is that what it is?
Well, so like, we'll see what happens with, and these aren't products like Reverb, obviously, it's a forum, but it still generates a lot of money, and to be purchased, it will change things a bit. Hopefully, it's not noticeable.
I was a little baffled in general to hear that it could be sold. In my head, I was like, isn't it a community? Like, what, and it's like, I understand there's ad and.
But there's some dudes that started it, and they sort of, that's their, and it's cool that it's their thing, and like, it is funny that it's a moneymaker. Like you at home in the basement, pay like us, can start your own online monstrosity and make tens of dollars or millions.
The Verts will come down and buy it from you one day.
That'd be cool. The Verts are jumping everywhere. And maybe they're going to make this thing even better and run more fluidly.
Maybe so.
I like to be optimistic about stuff.
That'd be cool.
What do you think? Probably not.
I feel like whenever stuff like this happens and people get involved like this, it rarely, and I don't want to be negative, but I do feel like I rarely see a moment where it's like, oh, look at that. They fixed a bunch of stuff. That's awesome. Like,
now, sometimes when investors come in, it is a great thing. Like, I know we're having that like locally with some like big businesses here in town. Like, it can be good. You can get an infusion of cash and it can make things that need to be updated. Yeah. This is a little tricky. We'll see. Yeah. Again, because we've seen it with a lot of companies when private equity sort of comes through, and they usually don't come in to save the day. They come in to make some money. Yeah. So we got to see how they're going to squeeze that new dime out of this already squeezed dollar.
Spookiness.
On that note, let us know what you think is going to happen now that old VerticalScope has jumped into the gear page forum. If you still use the gear page, I'd be curious to know your thoughts, if it's going to change, and if you want to hang out and have a burrito sometime. So click like, subscribe,
hit the bell.
Have fun out there. Enjoy your guitars, and peace be with you.